Greetings and salutations. I'm Big Brother. Welcome to my show. Vintage variety. I got all kinds of stuff. A little bit of ephemera, but it's mostly stuff that's not ephemera. Ephemera is my Tuesday show. Let's see. Sunday, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I use PayPal. Uh, I use Pirate Ship. If you see something you want, here's my address. Make sure you send me your information through there. I'm going to need your name, YouTube name, if it's different, if those are different. I'm going to need your mailing address, and I'm going to need your uh, email address. Yeah. And I need all that, and then we can work out a trade. Everything I show you is I got lots and lots of stuff. I got lots of goodies. I've got some requested items coming up. Let's see. There's a lot of requested items. Somebody is one time said, "Hey, if we ever come across an autographed dog, to throw it up here." So guess what I got? I got me an autographed puppy. I see these every once in a while, and this is what people used to, they hand it around and you sign it and whatever, and it would go on the back of your couch. So this is what an autographed puppy is. Hello, Veronica. How you doing? So this was a requested item, so I finally found one. Gonna bring it up. We'll see. I got stuff for the kitties. I got all kinds of Matchbox cards still in the package, so there might be some keepers in there. There might not. I've come across more war stuff, World War One stuff, World War Two stuff. I've got just tons and tons of stuff. I've been putting together some junk journal lots because I come across a lot of just odds and ends paper. Okay, that's cool, Veronica. Just sit them in front of your computer there, and I'll show all the Matchbox cards I have. um, so yeah, I've got some weird things here. I would normally, yeah, like I looked this up, and if it, whoops, this is a coal advertisement, so it's got some date to it, especially here in Indianapolis. Telephone number's only got 4 digits on it, so way back. So something like this would be, it's got some issues. This wouldn't be good enough for, say, online sales. So, it's something like this would go in the junk journal. I've already got two things put together. I'm going to try and put about 25 pieces in each one, and maybe throw them out there for $15 a pop, or maybe 10. I don't know. I'll have to look, and I have to look around and see what kind of prices online's fetching. Because I always base my prices on online sales, what's actually being sold, their prices, and then I'll cut it in half or sell it by a third. And that's usually how I do things. Conditions everything. So if I find something in pristine condition, I'm probably going to keep it and sell it online, depending on the comps. And somebody said, what are comps? Comps is short for comparable, and I compare the prices of what I have to what actually sold online, and those are comps. So, last Tuesday, I think, on my ephemera show, I showed a bunch of these stereoptic things, and I come across a lot more. And these are all World War One. And a lot of them got that stamp where it was cleared by Washington, D.C. before it was released to the public. So the enemy didn't get their hands on things. But, stereoptic views. But I'm going to go through these because the battleships, like this one, seem to do well. And there's that stamp that got cleared so you can sell it to the public. The U.S. Battleship Indiana. Yep. See, that one would go online. So, yeah. I got a lot of these. Battleships, Connecticut in the lead. There's a bunch of different battleships, pretty much an armada there. So, that one doesn't have the stamp. But still, this one's pretty. This one's got the magnificent fighting cruiser Brooklyn. So I'll probably be selling the ones with the stamps online unless I can get a reasonable rate here. What's this? British motor lorries requisitioned by the government for transport service. Lorries. Buses. I believe them. I believe they're buses. Look, here's an error card. This one's got one starting on this side. And it's a real card. So this is an error card. It might be worth a little extra. I don't know. Cut off here. And the new battleship Maine with her 12-inch guns that guard the nation's honor. Look at these. These things are just so cool. Stuff like this. If I got duplicates, I'll bring the duplicates here and yep. Pardon me while I had a dog explode on my shoulder here. The armored cruiser Saratoga. Deep trenches and Ypres. This one's pretty cool. Zigzag line of the Allied trenches along the firing line in France. Isn't that cool? I'm not sure cool is a word you want to use when people are in war, but this one's neat. Red Cross dog and soldier he got help for. So there's a dog helping out. Something like this would be neat to post. They all would be pretty neat to post. This one probably gets sold here. Rushing a temporary bridge for transport in the mortal lorries in France. This one's might get sold here. The battleship Iowa on board. Marines training on the battleship Iowa. That one's pretty cool. Ooh, I've got all kinds of these things. It's just this one's not marked. This one almost looks like a photocopy of one almost. It's on pretty thick paper though, so I don't know. Oh joy. Dead horses. Horses killed by German Marmite shell explosion. Yay, dead horses. Those evil Germans. Propaganda in a way. Staunch battleship Alabama with her indomitable Jack Tar's naval parade off Long Island. There you go. And all these ones you see me putting down here, they've got the stamp on the back. Barbed wire entanglements protecting German trenches. The barbed wire, pretty cool. Just going to show a few of these until people roll in. U.S. battleship Missouri looking aft from the upper bridge past a 6-inch quick fire guns. Whew! Again, it's got its you can sell it thing. Hey, Sung Lee, how you doing? How you doing? Showing off some stuff I come across. Gallant crew for the great 12-inch guns forward turret of the formidable fighter U.S. battleship Missouri. I got another one of these, but yep, that looks intimidating for sure. Pupils of school number 85, Brooklyn, New York, passing public library, preparedness parade, decoration day. So, and then this one, watching the games on decoration day, Plattsburgh, New York. People being festive. Here's that other Missouri one. This picture taken with a camera with one eye or lens. Another one. Ooh, Canadian troops marching to the front in their horses. That one's pretty cool. U.S. battleships. Yeah, this is all World War I stuff. So, and I come across tons of them. And these are all the battleships and things that have been stamped for resale. These go sold comped on eBay for these. The battleships are $8-10 each. So yeah, these will probably go online, and if they don't sell after a month or two, maybe I'll bring them down and sell them here. But all these are up for grabs. This is an ephemera thing, so this will be on an ephemera day. Oh yeah, so you weren't here. I am putting together junk lots for the heck of it, because I got a lot of paper laying around. So I'm putting together a bunch of junk lots, and this is for anybody else watching me on replay. I figure about 25 pieces, give or take, in a box, and maybe some. I don't know. I'm gonna look around and look at the comps and see what they say. But I just any old thing can be in there like this. This is just not sure what it is. It's Santa Clarita Sevilla. Okay, so this is like a painting that would be up in the Sevilla, so that would be Madrid. This would be in Spain somewhere in one of the museums, and this is a picture of one, so you could take it home, go, ooh, look, let's go back to Spain and see it for real, and that kind of thing, a touristy thing. So that would probably go in a junk drawer lot. Hey son, I got a very small bunny that goes to one of the Boyd bears. I don't know which one, but it's so your Boyd bears have a bear or a bunny. I was gonna throw it in next in your next shipment. So because yeah, I'm tired of it. It's on my desk and it keeps getting moved to certain places and I can't sell it and just yeah. So I'm gonna give it to you and you can figure out which bear or bunny bear it goes to. It probably goes with one of the bunnies, honestly. So 30th of September. Well, here's one in Mexico. Buy defense saving bonds and stamps. This one's marked 1942. So, wartime. Letters, just random, talking to people in here. I've looked through some of them right before we start here. Uh, like, there's absolutely nothing in this letter, so I take the stamp off and throw it in the junk drawer lap because I've seen stamps and those things. It's just going to be a whole mix of random stuff, stuff you've seen here. Yeah, a lot of them are going to be postcards because I have no shortage of those. So, yep. But there's just odds and ends, pieces of paper laying around from other scrap lots. Maybe they did back in the day. So, throw those in there, things like this. Here's a pretty cool picture that's dated. Lady and her dog in the garden. And I can tell it's from an old thing because of the black there. Came out of a black uh, photo album, which I have one of those here today, which I'll sell today instead of my ephemera show. I got all kinds of stuff. In this bag, I have lots. Probably going to make 2 lots out of this, but I got a bunch of these still in the package. Honestly, I want to get rid of them. So, sparkly little limousine there. All these had some kind of value, not much at the time that I got them. And I've been through them since, and there's just too many, and I don't want to mess with them. And I'm not buying Hot Wheels anymore unless I get a really great price on them, which I might have got on these. Indy 500's coming up. I'll pull out one of these. End of the month, Indy 500. The greatest spectacle in racing, they say. Looky here. Couple more. They're just all over the place. Here's the address of President Taft at the Lincoln Birthday Banquet of the Republican Club in the city of New York, February 12th, 1910. So there's a lot of cool stuff. Hey, Linda, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay, there. Your name is Blue now. Woohoo! Welcome to the Blue Club. And I get a nifty box. Like I said, as resellers, we really cherish our boxes. So, got that. Oh, let's see. I got some crafts. I got some crafts. I found a bunch of notebooks. So I got this thing. It's a box I made that someplace to put all my crafts in. But I got stuff in here. I got some embellishments like these gears and cogs and beads and cloth bits with the octopuses on them because I like those things. Some studs. I got all kinds of craft things. And here's some here's some jewelry thing. There's some O-rings in there. There's just all kinds of stuff. And I keep finding this stuff everywhere. And I was gonna put a knob on it, and so it's gonna be nautical theme or steampunky, big cabochon in it. One of my favorite words to say, cabochon. Sounds so mysterious. Cabochon. Here's some beads. These beads are when I was in 6th grade, so I don't know how old that was, but that's where I got these. They used to make necklaces. A lot of these, the ones that are beads, were from my childhood. Yep, selling my gold. Whoop, can't sell that. That's Dad. I can't sell Dad. Nope. So I got all kinds of stuff. I got World War I, World War II, miscellaneous. Just all kinds of things here. 20 minutes in, I tell you what, let's go ahead and start this. I've got, how you doing, Farsight Jack? Mike, how you doing? So I'm going to start off with this lot. You get the plastic container, but there are tons of beads, bits, and bobs in here. There's some turquoise looking things. These aren't turquoise. These were something else. Hittite or no. Oh, so they're not turquoise. It's dyed Hittite or something like that. But there's big chunks and well, some of them had holes in them, so you can see they're beads. I got these are in there. These for some reason there's broken glass in here. Somebody kept the broken glass. I may take that out because I do not want people hurting themselves and then blaming me for sending broken glass. But some of these they look old, like old sea glass. Food bad one. Yeah. That's what it is. So I had to check because I don't know, but that's what they all are, and a lot of them they got the holes in them, so they're all set up for beads. And then there's some weird things in here. It's just bits and bobs of all different kinds of things, crafty bits. I'd be all in on all this for, there's quite a bit in here, so I'm going to ask 15 on this. There is a lot of beads and a lot of them. Well, here's one that different shape. How you doing, Mike? And another Mike shows up. How you doing, Mike? And then there's this. These are blue and glass and weird looking. Oh, okay. Here's a pen that has a bunch of probably just glass in them. But there's a lot of that howlite. There's a lot of howlite in here. There's some white beads. There's some blue glass beads. There's some red ones in here, and just all sorts of colors. Uh, looks like, you know, there's some shells in here. There's some little buttons in here. This one's cool. It's got a scorpion on it. I'd have to be all in at 15. Here's a coin of some kind. Funky looking coin. Well, I'll leave that in there. Dead rhinestones on you. The I've got a Trifari that has deadness in it. Really affects the outcome of the price. I want to tell you what. So lots and lots and lots of beads, rings, earrings, bits and baubles. 15. Here's a pin of some kind. Got a few of these in there. Well, you get the container with it, Sung Lee. Looks like there's like 1 parts of earrings in here, so if anybody's interested, you get them all. Over. What I paid for it, son. And I actually paid more than that for it because I had to pay tax on it. So, because I paid 15 to learn what was in it. I had a pen at one point. It was right here. Andy, where are you going to put it? I don't know. Every spot in the house here is full of my stuff. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get this big honking thing out the way. Oh my goodness. Bam. Definitely vintage. Probably 20s. 20s through the 40s, more than likely. Probably 20s. This is a scrapbook of sorts. Somebody has put a lot of recipes in here throughout the years that they did these. You know, just pasted them in there like you would do a scrapbook. But, ooh, they're all recipes from various publications. Here's some that are laying free. Oh, I remember these. Get these kind of cards to make stuff. So, let's see. Here's a little pamphlet. But super ideas for super sandwiches. A, start with bread. Free recipes for some Del Monte stuff. It's just all kinds of. There's some paper clippings, some magazine clippings. Oh my goodness. Wonder if this has any value. This looks like it came out of a Thanksgiving turkey. That's in there. Some of the dates in here are old newspaper clippings with no date on them. Something about Spanish cuisine. Just all different kinds of things. The paper itself is in really good condition, so if you want to continue with it, these are all recipes on there. And here's some more craft ones. Here's a little magazine. How much does he want for it? Well, he never says, right? Well, again, for this thing itself, just for the, I'll include all the recipes in it, but really I'm selling the book itself. I want 15 for this as well. I can get that online. So I have sold a lot of these resellers out there. You guys don't overlook these things from the 20s through the 40s. How do you know? Look at the pictures inside. If there's any pictures inside. But, you know, this is 20s through the 40s. It still has its string. It's in nice condition. It looks Art Deco-y. I've sold these anywhere from 15. I had one that was full of photos that I let go for 135. So that's mom's recipes, huh? So never overlook these where you see them. They're neat. I personally like the ones with the I don't know, the Romans and stuff and gold gilding on them, which I've got another one over there. But this one is full. I do 15 on the white photograph book. If you want it, put in the comments below, and we'll go from there. All sales are good for 24 hours at p.m. Eastern tomorrow. All sales are off. Three people watching. Okay. I'm probably gonna bring this one out Tuesday. Wait, I think I forget who asked for the autograph dog, but this is what one looks like. Like I said, I've seen these. I don't know, maybe every 4 or 5 auctions I go to. Wanna pop up, and this is what they used to give people when they're graduating and go around get everybody to sign it. Throw it on the back of your couch. I thought there was some writing on this one, maybe. Yeah, there is. Annette Lane. That's probably who owned it right off the bat, but yeah, that's basically what it is. So, what's that? Huh? Okay, so that's what an autographed dog is, or autographed puppy, as it says. You had one of those? So, uh, I'd be all in $12 on the autographed dog. So, got his tail. It's in good shape. Got both of his ears. He's got his graduation cap. That's what that is. It's in good shape. I don't see any tears anywhere because these things were subject to tearing. If anybody wants the autograph dog, yeah, there you go. You can look at it closer. Since my lighting is much better now. Got a smiley face on him. AP autograph puppy. in case you couldn't figure it out. So, I don't know, foot. Somebody wants dimensions, I don't know why, but okay. I'll probably hold on to this a few more times before I attempt to sell this. 16 inches long. Doesn't weigh very much. Yeah, there's only one person up there. Annette, somebody. I don't know if that. Honestly, I think that's probably who owned it. Why would you sign your own? I don't know. So there you go. The same reason I give myself a thumbs up. Hey guys, come on in and give me a thumbs up. If you know anybody else that likes some of this stuff, do me a favor and share it out because yeah, I don't know. I'd like to grow a little bit. Um, yeah, you ladies will never be forgotten, right? So, oh, I said there was no rip, and I just see one. It's right there. Couple of little stitches. Take care of that. Strings in there still. So, uh, $12 if you want the autograph puppy. Um, dates on these, I don't know, 40s, 50s, maybe earlier. I really haven't looked. I really just don't know. So, if you're interested, $12 for the autograph puppy. Oh, I'm going to attempt to sell some unique ephemera. Here's a calendar. They are not in perfect condition, but you get them all. So let me show them. It is, like I said, a calendar. It is from Mexico, 1964. So, yep. And they are all folded up, which probably helps shipping, honestly. Oh, excuse me, Guadalajara. That's one. Here's the other one. This one's pretty cool, y'all. Little senorita and some bullfighting there. Love the graphics on this. Love it. There you go. Oh, Cutland? Yeah, yeah. All that is just neat. The man that fights the bull, he win to my heart. Oh, and the other one, there's three of them that go all to this. Really not sure what the heck this is. It says Alcatraces at Revez. It looks like a cathedral, right? So that's probably what it is. Cathedral, church, temple. Like the little graphics down here. I can see them through the back. So, yeah, 1964 Mexican. 2 months on each one, so there's 6 months here. I don't know. I'd be willing to. I'd do $7 on all three. Get them all. I really, 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 really like this one. And I've got a magazine from Mexico that I may bring out Tuesday. And it's all about bullfighting. It's a bullfighting magazine, as a matter of fact. So what did I say? 7. I'll tell you what, I'll do 5. That's my bottom price on this. 5 for all three Mexican artwork, 1964, made before me, which makes this stuff old. So, yep, there's the thing. Oh, mixed up. Don't have any I have in here. Oh, here's a little Micro Machine Hot Wheel gizmo. If that's going to be included in this first round of these things. Yes, that's right. I got lots and lots of Hot Wheels still in the box. They are most definitely vintage. We're pretty close to that. 1991 for these. There's a 91. And if any of that makes any difference, 1999, you know, personally, I just take them out and play with them. And some of them are worth some money. Here I got a Pontiac Banshee. Every card. This is more my style here. There's the Wise Brothers. Fat Fender 40. Mercedes 540K. It's kind of a sparkly deal going on there. Sparkly deal. These are technical terms everybody must learn. So, what do we got here? I showed this before, the black sparkly limousine. We got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's some more of that Micro Machine. 5. School bus. Yes, it's missing the top. And 8. I don't know. It just says collector number 13. Some funky looking race car here. Gray. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 11 or 12 Hot Wheels, and whatever that is, that counts as one of those cars. Here's more, because I don't have enough apparently. There's a Micro Machine car in there. Here it is. This goes with that set. This goes on here. Somehow, let's see, big hole goes in the big thing. Yeah. Okay, so this goes like that. There's another piece maybe in here, and the train goes in. This thing by itself, $5. I'll see if there's more pieces. If there are more pieces, then it comes with it. A little alligator on there. That's kind of neat. The wheels, yeah, yes they do. It wasn't even a short bus. And pulls out a plum. Let's see. Yeah, these are probably duplicate cards, but I don't care. There's at least a dozen cards in here. Let's see. They used to sell them 50 cents a piece at Children's Palace. You guys remember that? Or Toys R Us. which I think is where a lot of these came from, honestly. I do $7 on all of them, all the Hot Wheels and the ones that aren't Hot Wheels. Be a good lot for a kid to have. I'll go ahead and throw in the Micro Machine with it, so you get all of it. The Micro Machine is incomplete, but it does have a car and the little play stand with it. Like I said, there's probably about 12 Hot Wheels in here, so $7 for the entire bag. You'll get everything in this bag. $12. Let me know. Not your thing? Okay. Well, let's try something else. I feel kind of weird doing this, but it is some form of I don't know, a tribute. I've gone through this before with you guys, but here it is. This would be sitting out at the funeral home, telling about the person that is in here, about their life, their friends, uh, some religious passages, things like that. This is a nice one. It's got the vellum in the front. Here's a in memory card. Everything that's in here is going to be included, dedicated to the memory of our loved one whose life has been dear to us. It's a really, really, really nice book. Somebody paid up for this, right? I don't know why anybody, if this was me, don't spend the money, right? I'm dead, so I'm not going to care. But I think it's more for everybody else. The Lord gave and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of our Lord. A lot of religious passages in here, but this is it's nice and it's done with taste. And here's a bunch of the stuff, the bears, everybody involved, places, services, where the final rest. Oh, Crown View Cemetery. Oh my. Okay, so that's the big military. That's the military cemetery. So, and there's all the pallbearers. A lot of people with the same last name, which probably has something to do with it. There are a lot of blank pages in here too. Our loved ones' history. Not much there. Relatives attending. A couple pages of that. Friends who called, which is lots. 4 pages. 4 pages of friends who called. They give you enough to think that you're popular. In memorandum, automobile list. I really don't know. Maybe that's for the procession. I don't know. And why and transition. More poems to make you feel better, I guess. Yeah. Let's see. Copyright United States. Designed, engraved, printed by the Kenyon Company, Bryan, USA. There's more vellum on the back. And in here, this is an envelope. It says flower cards, sympathy letter cards, newspaper clippings, pressed flowers, personal photographs, other than personal. And there are things in here that I'm dropping all over the floor. So one of these two, or maybe they're sisters. Just all kinds of clippings and photos. Uh, wow, this one's kind of old and dated. Huh. Wearing the big thick mink. Here's Olive Carson. That's who it is. Plenty of. See, I feel kind of weird about selling death, uh, but I also see it as a celebration of this person's life because you get to learn about somebody you never knew, and this person never met you. Well, maybe you don't know for sure, but look at these old sympathy. There's a few of those in there, and they're covered in plastic. Yeah, so all these, like I say, I, I see it as a celebration of life, and if nothing else, you're keeping this alive and getting some really cool ephemera out of the deal. Uh, this whole book, something like this, I got to be all in at 10, 8. Let's do 8 on it. So, if at all you're interested, man, this really just trips me out. The vellum on the front and the back. So I'll do 8 if anybody's interested on the memories folder celebrating Olive Carson. You could probably kind of piece together who she was or something about her life with the amount of stuff that's in here. And that's one of the best parts about collecting ephemera, honestly, is putting things together, putting stories together, finding out who people were, even though they're just people, like I'm a people, right? So, I'm a people. So, it's that kind of thing. There were some, I've said this before, there were some photographs that I passed on, and it used to be back in the day, the only way to get a photograph was wait till somebody died and then get their photograph because the city would give you one free photograph when that person deceased themselves or got deceased. But while you're alive, that stuff costs money, and a lot of people just didn't have the money for photographs. So, and they had a lot of those at the auction, and those things sell pretty good, especially the ones of the babies, which they had a few. But I had to pass on it because I don't know, yeah, I passed on a lot of money by passing on those photographs, but I don't regret it. I do kind of in a money sense, but it's not always about the money, as I keep saying, and it's not. So anyway, $8. If you're interested, let me know in the comment below. Uh, Tuesday show is going to be full of books, so I'm going to sell a couple of pieces of ephemera now. This is 1920 Homecraft. There you go. And yes, it is vintage taped all the way down the middle. But you are not buying the cover, you are buying everything inside. And it is, look at that. Boy, if that doesn't just scream 20s. This whole big book, it's all about knitting and making things, and there are just patterns for days. Hey, Gritty. You know, it's all 20s stuff. This has a publication date of 1920. So, and it's fairly thick too. I mean, the front and the back cover. I've seen a lot of these listed, and they don't even have the cover. But I bet they're all kind of like this. But here, what the medallion yoke, the petticoat, a dainty set trimmed with iris crochet, dainty and practical night dresses, all kinds of things to knit, and cutting patterns, millinery, whatever that is. Woof. Here, making hats. I think that's what millinery is. And What to Wear and How to Wear It by Francis Drake. Ladies, pay attention. Good luck getting those. Anyway, I know the front cover is messed up, but there's some nice full color pages, and all the pages in between are in really nice condition. Dinner customs and courtesies. There we go. Manners in proper way. They taught us that stuff in school. I bet they don't do that anymore. Knowing cuts of meat. Why is this in here? Preparing poultry and fish. So this is a home ec course in here. So how to pickle vegetables, preserving eggs, etiquette, all kinds of beautiful things in this book. Luncheons, teas, supers, receptions. $10 starting on this. Because honestly, if I were to keep it, I'd take that out and frame it. Because that is iconic 20s to me. And there are other pictures in here that are color. I've seen them. Don't call me a liar. I know I've seen them. Come on. Oh, well. For instruction on making of this doily and towels here, illustrated, see page 6. So you can make doilies. I got Veronica in for 10. Anybody else? Head of bow embroidery. Head of bow. I know I'm saying that wrong, probably, huh? But yeah, how to make all these doilies and I never learned how to crochet. Here's some more color pictures of stuff you can make. This is a gorgeous book. This is a beautiful book. Coats and jacket dressmaking, coats and jackets. Cutting and fitting waist and linings. Oh my goodness. Shows you how to do the dresses here, the ones that make you look like you got a junk in the trunk. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's got the big bump on the rear end, you know, those kind of dresses. So I got Veronica in for 10. Anybody else interested? Beautiful 1920 publication. Going once, going twice. I really hate finding these big, tall publications. I'm running out of the big, tall plastic bags. And I got to use a big old thing. But they're so cool, right? Okay, Veronica, thank you very much. Let's see, that's a darn good buy. I know you're probably going to cannibalize it, but lots of cool stuff in there. Okie dokie. No, thank you. Oh, let's see. I've got some odd things I've never seen before, so I bought them. These are ephemera. I've got 2 sets of these. Why is there 3, 4, 5, 6? All right, 2 of these are for eBay. Just a second. Blue and blue. And I got a couple of red ones. These are for eBay. These are not. Okay, I've got 2 sets of these. But these are something you would give your children. This is a teacher thing. You give this to the kids, help them make them smart. But yeah, so it's all about history and industries. They are the same as far as I can tell, but one is in red and one is in blue lettering. I'm in Indiana, so says Project Problem Maps. This one's a little there. It's got that issue right there. On the back is an advertisement. Eat your bread, make you smart. Look at that old advertisement for Colonial Bread. All of them have the Colonial Bread on it, so maybe this was compliments of Colonial Baking Company, Indianapolis, Indiana, which does not exist anymore. Because I can show you right where it was. Here is a bit on everything is blank inside too. These weren't used, which means there's some dumb kids out there. But you know, here's what is this? More Indiana history. Oh, you're being a thing. A lot of history. I wonder if this is all history. Geography. Just all kinds of things. So they're teacher give it to your kids thing, learning tools. These are learning aids. And they are not marked in. Here, they want to know your state government officials, your U.S. senators, the officials of your town, so you actually know things. How many of you people actually know who your senators and representatives are? I bet a lot of people do now. But anyway, you get a blue one and a red one. They're blank. I'd keep them for the Colonial advertisement. Honestly, that's where I'm looking. But like I said, vintage learning aid. Do both of them for. I do both of them for $5. One set for $5. If you're interested, I've got 2 sets for sale. Hey Angie, how you doing? So I got Veronica in for 5. Oh yeah, it figures Veronica because she lives here. But that's what I got. Showing our state bird on the front, which should be red. But I believe I was told the Ohio state bird is also a cardinal. So Ohio stealing our ideas. Our the Indiana state flower is the construction barrel. Let's see. I'm going to use them with my grandboys. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, I'll send you off a set. Thank you very much again. Hey, Angie, you still there? Guess what I found? You know those stereoptic things? I found, about 50 more. All from the same time period. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's see. Veronica, 5. Got 2 of these. Thank you very much, Veronica. I got 1 set left. Anybody wants a set? Let me know. $5. Little bits of ephemera here and there. It just seems to be what I have the most of right now. I do have other things that are material that I will bring out, but I'm getting these out of the way. Let's see. Here is. I may have shown this before. I don't know. I can't remember. But this is an application. So you can get on the stamps. There it is. It's an application, so you can, for allowances from the War Department. It says the War Department Allowance and Allotment Branch, 1942. Application for family allowances. And with that, I'm also going to drop in one of these. I sold a few of these just last Tuesday, but it's mostly used, as you can see. Somebody was 5'2", 145, blue eyes, blonde hair, 19 years old, and female. Let's see. It's certified pursuant to rationing orders and regulations by the Office of Price Administration, an agency of the United States government. War ration stamp, as they say. So I'm going to give you the application, and apparently this was with it. So I don't know, if that's their approval. But yeah, this is from Private Carl Mellis Howery, Camp Davis, North Carolina. I'm not sure if one has to do with the other, but I'm going to sell them both together. $5. So says this is 1942. Says War Department on the letterhead. The person in question is military. Says private, and the date on it, or the address, is Camp Davis, and it is marked from Washington. So all this military stuff from 1942, it will get listed on eBay if it does not sell tonight. So yep, I might bring it out Tuesday. Because I have some people that show up that don't show up today. There we go. Oh my God, I'm getting there. So these two, $5. They go together if you're interested. Put in war rations stuff. Oh my goodness. Ah! Okay, crafts. I said crafts earlier. So let's craft. Okay, this thing. Let's see. I used to keep my glue gun in here, and you know, my tools. This is where I put all my tools, and stuff is still rattling around. Really not what those are. Just some screws in there. Here's some chain. I'm gonna keep the plastic chain out. That was for drawbridges and stuff. Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see. The toothbrush holder has. One can never have that. Oh, looky here. With some blades in there, and a good amount of blades at that. 4 of them, maybe 5. Okay, so X-Acto blade, and it is an X-Acto blade with X-Acto knives, so you know they're sharp. It's not the cheapy knockoff stuff where you cut one piece of paper and they dull. The soap container has stuff I'm keeping. You guys can't have this. Oh. Yeah, okay. I've been looking for that forever. You know what? I'm going to throw it in here. What the heck? It is a crafting thing, but it's a little screw deal, you know, drill, hand drill. That's what it is. So you can use it all day long. And here's one for a teeny weeny hole. Different sizes here. Oh, wait. That's for my drill set. There's 2 smaller sizes to go in. And that probably came out of a Dremel, honestly. But it's a little sand deal. That's in here. So you got the X-Acto blades, you got the hand drills, you got some weird looking things. There's a hanger in here so you can hang it if you like. Yep, that's why I got all this. I wonder what's inside. Let us find out. I haven't even seen what's inside. If there's a glue gun in here, you guys can't have it. Well, what do you know? Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it in there. I don't use mine. And, you know, this is one of the little cheapies I got at Michael's, probably for $10. And I got some sticks to go in it. So you're going to get the glue gun. You're going to get the hand drill. You're going to get the X-Acto brand, X-Acto blades and knife. Get this nice, nifty carrying case that has a hanger on it if you want. Everything in here. I'm going to do $10 on this. It's nice. It's a nice little thing. So, yeah. Everybody passes on it tonight. I'm going to fill it up with beads and crafty things. And then try and sell it. Nice set for a resin craft, yeah. So it's got a, you know, it's a travel set. I picked it up at the somewhere, probably at the craft store, probably for something stupidly expensive, and So that was a good idea to put all my crafts in here. Fill it with beads. Yeah, I can do that. So we'll do that. So next Sunday, it'll be full. All these beads in here came from when I was a child making necklaces. So I bet these are vintage. So there's some, yeah, there's just all kinds in here. Beautiful. Some of them glass beads. There's the plastic beads. I still have some barrel clasps in here. Like I said, I made necklaces. So yeah, I see barrel clasp, a barrel clasp in here. The small silver beads, they might actually be silver, although I'm not going to say they are. It's a lot of beads. A lot of beads. All right, let's sell some beads, shall we? Let's see. Small red ones. You can't tell with them being in this pill bottle, but this is what I do with my pill bottles, right? Because the little plastic pouches they put them in don't last. Anyway, these are red. I think they're red. I know better than to do this. They're so small, I'm not going to be able to show you. But yeah, those are red. Red, clear, plastic. They're not circular. They're like, I don't know, octagonal maybe. But there's these. Long black ones that are let's see if Andy can hold up something. It's the size of a sprinkle from a cake, but that's what it is. It's a long, round, black, shiny bead. Yeah. Uh, let's see. Woo! Jump rings. Y'all know what jump rings are, right? These things. Okay. Bunch of jump rings in there. These are still in their, they say e-beads. Never opened. Never got to these. But just so you see what they are. Is my lighting any better? I think it is. Oh, and here's another one. These are pinkish, I don't know, light purple, just barely violet or pink, or they're not pink. It's like a purple, lavender, light lavender color. Those. What else I have in here? Oh, that's little girl. I gave that to her. Some more jump rings. These are silver. Got clearance, yay. And whoo! This says crypt tubes. I know what those are. So you can get your fishing line, which is what I used back in the day, and I still would. So, crimp tubes, uh, jump rings, small ones. These say 48 pieces, 4mm jump rings. I've got these two unopened beads things. They are unopened. They are sealed because come on, quit being stupid thing. All right, well, red and pink, some big jump rings in here. Red and black beads. The black ones are long and cylindrical, and these are round with some flat sides on them. Get all of that. And the coup de grace. Wow, Athena's going to hate me for getting rid of these, but these are all barrel clasps, and there's quite a few in there. So, all of these could be yours for the price is right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's do a starting bid on this. $6 for all of this. I tell you what, I'm gonna throw in where'd they go? Where did they go? Yeah. I'm gonna throw in these studs. Starting bid 6. I'm gonna throw in some more embellishments is what I would use them for. These things, kind of steampunky. It's a nice set for $6. What in the heck is this? Okay, so here's some kind of crafty thing. But it's a snake of some kind. It is made of plastic. I'm sure I paid for that. There seems to be some copper sparkling in it. Okay, so it's a charm of some kind. There we go. All of it, all these beads and the charm, the jump rings, the barrel clasp. The barrel clasps alone are worth the $6. There we go. Anybody besides Sung Lee? And for 6, this is all my old stuff. Some of it's fairly new, as in within the last probably 5 or 6 years, because you know, the bicycle. Once you learn how to do it, you kind of always know how to do it. Okay, going to Sung Lee for 6 then. Congratulations, Sung Lee. um, yeah. Okay. Well, in response to that, these are mine. I paid for these a long time ago. These are my personal crafting things. And I have more. So, ooh, 6. Thank you very much, Sunley. I appreciate it. At least I know my stuff is going someone that will hopefully use it or have it sitting around in their drawer for 10 years like mine. Waiting for inspiration to hit us before we actually do something. Going through the craft stores, I get inspired to do things, so I start buying things, and then I get home and what did I get this for? Doesn't matter. It's craft stuff. I'm going to keep it because I'll find something to use it for. Thank you. Woohoo. There was a charm that I pulled out. That's going to my niece who's got this giraffe fetish. So I had to pull this out, give that to her because she crafts sometimes. She doesn't craft as much as she used to. And I've got plenty of beads and stuff. I'm going to be putting them in that big bag, and I'll sell those next Sunday. It's probably going to maybe a little bit more because of all the stuff in it, but we'll do that. Whew. Okay. On with this. This could be considered. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so this could be considered craft if you know what to use these for, but check it out, right? Clothespins, right? I've got a lot of them in here, and the bag that fits on your clothesline. I used to have a clothesline in the trailer I used to live in. And that's where all these came from. Well, some of these I bought. But how many is in here? I don't know. 20, 30 of them maybe. Along with the bag. $5 start. If you're interested. I mean, you don't have to hang this on a line, right? You could probably bend this over and hang it up above your door or get creative and hang it somewhere else. But here it goes. And you don't have to keep those in there. You could just keep this. It's something you might use in your crafting table. You can reach over and grab it, and there it is. I think the bag is the cooler part. These things, I don't even know if you can buy these anymore. Yeah, you probably can, but I wouldn't know where. Tons of them. I've seen people make these they'll take them apart and make little wooden houses with them or little people. There's all kinds of crafts to do with these on videos. So there's about 30 of them in here, I'd say 20 to 30 of them, and more than 20. So it's a big bag. There might be more than 30 in there. So it's full up to here. There you go. So if anybody wants the clothes pins, yeah, that's what they're called, along with the clothespin bag, which is meant to hang on a wire, but it doesn't have to, or a nail. It's got a little thing in here so you can hang it on a nail. $5. Everything has been comped. Okay, time for some Christmas. 'Tis the season, right? Holly Hobby, Christmas at Heart. New inbox, never taken out. At one time, this was worth some money. Not anymore. Well, not by my standards. As you can see, there is a tag on it. It is somebody that tried to get $15 for this. I will take 5. It is Holly Hobby. Holly Hobby 2000, nope, 1990. Okay. Holly Hobby 1990 ornament. There you go. It's in pristine condition. It's never been taken out of the box. If you're interested in this, I'll do $6 on this. So I actually had this listed in my store at one time. Ooh. If anybody is interested in Christmas, 'tis the season, fa la la. $6. Holly Hobby. Pristine condition, never out of package. Oh, wait, but there's more. Or is there? All right. We have an antique for you. I've shown it before. Not going to be cheap. This is getting washed out. Here we go. This is a antique pin cushion half doll thing. There you go. It is beautiful. This is all porcelain bisque. Okay. And the rest of this is pincushion. You ladies are familiar with pincushion. I do have some tearing right here. It's not terribly bad. That looks good. It does have its original pins in it, as I've discussed before. Woo, yeah, that's it. Push it through. Some of these are like super long, so be careful with them. These are original pins. These pins are worth money on eBay, believe it or not. Some of the original pins. You can tell here's a glass pin. So these pins are even antique. Something like this is 1880s, 1890s, 1900s. And there's all kinds of pins in here. 20. I can't do less than that. I really can't. She needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but that's easy to do with a toothbrush. I would highly suggest you use a soft bristle brush, like a toothbrush. So that would do it. If you're interested at all, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. And it has, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I probably counted those already. 9. It's got tons of pins in it. And at least 10 of them are of the period. And yeah, it's pricey, but go look at these on eBay or Etsy or some other online thing, and you'll see that $20 is a fair price. So otherwise, this is going up on eBay tonight. So I thought I'd bring this out and see if anybody at all is interested. All right. This is good for 24 hours. 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. All sales are off. And then this goes on eBay, where you are more than welcome to follow it if you like to see how well it does. That old deck of cards that I've shown several times, that it's one of my. I finally listed it last night. I got them up there for $350 or best offer, which sounds like a lot for a deck of cards, and it most certainly is. But there's only 2 others that I know of that exist in the world that are online. So And I've already gotten several stupid offers, as in somebody offered me $20, and I had somebody offer me 75, almost 350. So, I'm going to get a lot of those, and you just take care of those, and you block those people and get them out of your life so you never have to deal with them again. People wanting to maybe see if you make a mistake and accidentally accept the offer, but I know how to get around that too. So, uh, all kinds of stuff that I have here. Okay, this is last chance stuff here. This is the last time I'm going to show it ever in the history of everness. And it goes online. But I have an Elgin American compact case. Look, it's an infinity thing, but please be careful when opening it. It has a little click here. Please open. There it goes. It takes small fingers, but there's the blush, rouge, whatever powder. Clicks. See that? And this, which is monogrammed, does say Elgin. Mirrors intact, unmonogrammed, which is something as a seller you want. You see, nobody's put their initials on it and claimed it as theirs. It is beautiful. It is most definitely vintage. $10. This one is gorgeous. I gotta clean that up. There's some smuts on it right there. I'll clean that up for sure. But there you go. If you're interested at all in this compact, that one's 10. And I've shown this one before. It's in its case. This is a Stratton. Anytime you see, excuse me, see these little stars everywhere? It's even on the case. Nobody's got their case up there online. On the other side is a hard to see there. Well, there, you can almost see it like that. Let me see if I can douse this a little bit. Where's the minus at? There it is. Ugh. See if that helps. Not much. But it's a lady in a nice dress, and she's walking in a garden, all kinds of flowers and ivy hanging down from the top. This is a gorgeous thing. On the back is that. This is unmonogrammed. No monogram. Just try that. Unfortunately, somebody has already taken some bad luck, if you believe in such things. Here is I know they got a name, Poof, the poofy thing. There is the Stratton logo, big fancy S. Underneath it says Stratton. And this one also clicks in place. Being careful, it does have some of its rouge or blush or whatever it is. So this one's beautiful. I like the thing on the back there. It's so shiny it's hard to see, but and it has its case. This one is also 10. Uh, if you buy them both, that's it. Mess it up. If you buy them both today, I'll do 16 for the pair. So, oh, I wouldn't know about 7 years. This small mirror, maybe 3 years bad luck. So, if you they're $10 a piece. If you take them both, I'll do 16. That is a fair price for these. Angie's a reseller. She can go look them up real quick. So there we go. Okay. I have this. I tried to show this once before with my bad lighting. Let's see if it shows up with good lighting. I need to turn that back up though. Yeah. Okay. So I have this wood thing. Trinket. It could be a trinket dish. It is hand carved. It does have a little brass embellishment that is inlaid. That is brass. You can feel it. It's cold as hell. So it's got nice graphics on it. Chiseled out, handmade. It was honestly things like this. I come across it. They're made in African places, Kenya or something Bago or places like that. Uh, it does have the previous owner did put this up here, so it can be hung, or you can just clip that off and take it and use it as a trinket dish or uh, some nice little something. I don't know. Use your imagination. So it is a gorgeous piece. This is all hand carved. Uh, I'd be in it $5. So I guarantee I paid more than that for it. This looks like a flower, and it's really hard to see, but really thin brass inlay there. This that part alone probably took some doing, and then you can see all the chisel marks everywhere here, and the chisel marks through here on these holes. So this is a wooden piece, as you can tell. If you want, it's $5. It comes with its hanging bits already done. If you want to hang it, otherwise, it's flat. Okay, goes on eBay. I showed this once. Carnival glass shoe with kitty cat. There's a kitty cat. Meow meow. Carnival glass. It is signed by Robert. Can't really see the last name. Somebody tried to etch in the glass, and the glass isn't very responsive to etching, but it's in there. Hand signed. I don't know why, but it is. Little kitten coming out of the shoe. This is a more than likely this is Indiana glass. but I'm not going to say that it isn't. There is one spot at the very tip here where it is chipped. It's hard to see it from this side. If you look real close, you can see it though. You kind of got to turn it this way. But if it's sitting on the table, you can't see it, right? So that is the only thing. Uh, $8. Carnival glass, shoe with the kitty cat. Or I might put this back for the kitty cat auction. Is carnival glass. So it's got that iridescence about it. You know, it looks like oil on water look, right? Again, there's the chip on the bottom. And there is the name. I got Angie in for $8. People are really weird about the chips, right? It's on the bottom. Yeah, but there's a chip in it. Yeah, but it's on the bottom. You can't see it, man. So because of that, it is a cobalt blue underneath all that uh, iridescence, all that stuff. You can see the kitty cat is definitely a cobalt blue. So, okay, it's going to Angie for $8. Thank you very much, Angie. But you've been here enough. I could probably start a box for you so you don't have to keep paying every time, or you can just pay. It's up to you. I know you got some kind of shindig coming up with other people, unless you've already had that. I think Becky and Aaron Proctor and you and somebody else. Did you already do that? Okay, you got it. You just let me know when you want me to be invoiced. Not me to be invoiced, but you to be invoiced, yeah. Or it'll be at the end of the month. One or the other. Really not wait that long. We do that every Thursday night or Friday night, really. Yeah, well, if you got an opening, I got a lot of ephemera and I sell cheaper than Aaron. Way cheaper. So, just not trying to put myself in there, but, I got so much postcards, it's ridiculous. Oh, let's see. Angie. Thank you very much, Angie. We appreciate it. Gonna have to make a box for you, so I'll put this over here for now. Let's see. All right, so we got time to show a few more, and then I'll probably call it a night. I have all this stuff here. I want to remind everybody that I do have first day issues. I still have about 300 of these. Each one has about 50, and each, um, first day issues. Stamps. They're all covered. I think everybody at some point has ordered some of these uh, for the people in my chat on this show only. $5 if you want them. you get 50. It's a little bit more than 50, but just to make sure I got 50 in case I miscounted. But they're all brand new from various years, anywhere from 1992 to I think I saw 2001, 2002, maybe. Uh, it's all random. I don't know what years are in each bag. I just kind of threw them in there. So, all subject matters, all whatever. Hmm. Let me pull one out here. Here's one on flowers. Oh, it's got the forever. But just so you see, these are first day issue stamps, and that's what they look like. They're all in their pack, and there's the post office they come from, so everything can be documented. It's a darn good deal. $50 or $50, $5 for 50 of them, if that's your thing. I got a Boy the Bear from the 1988-2001 collection. It's a little tooth fairy. Little bag does open, so if you want to put the child's tooth in it, you can. I think that's kind of what it's meant for. I've sold a lot of the little bears. This is the only one that didn't get to, that didn't sell. So I want to do him. $5. Her, maybe. It's a tooth fairy, so who knows? Nice and white. Smells good. It's not icky. Here's the back. Starting bid $5 on this little Boy Bear Tooth Fairy. Does say Tooth Fairy on it right there. Got Sung Lee in for $5. Of course, I got Sung Lee in for $5. Oh, let's see. Let's do that. Yeah. He's cute. Look, he can wink. Look at that. What's up? Yeah, wink. So it's just a cutie, and he's white and he's clean. I don't have to sit here and sell all the brown bears because it's harder to see the dirt. But this one's clean, and he winks. Look, thank you, Sung Lee. Wink. Yeah. Are you sure? Because I got a bunch of big ones. And I'll try and remember to grab the little bunny, and I'll probably put it in the arms here. I don't know if you saw this one. This Kmart exclusive Boyd sitting back here. But that needs to go online. Thank you very much, Sung Lee. Let me empty out these things. I'm being pinged. Yeah, it's been a while since I've shown it. I think he's been back there for about a year easily. Yeah. Okay. These are old. I got two of these. These are ashtrays. They're solid brass. They're thin. These are from the 20s. How do you know? Well, because it was in a lot with a whole bunch of other stuff from the 20s. So I assume These are from the 20s, but it's definitely an ashtray. I got two of them. Sell them both. $3. Solid brass. They're in good shape. Brass cleans up fairly easy. Just take some Brasso to them. Actually, baking soda works, and a little water. Make it like a paste. There you go. Ta-da! So, or if you have metal cleaning supplies, you can use those. Just be careful of the things. We used a lot of Brasso in the military. Okay. I got Veronica in for 3. Anybody else? Anybody else? Going once? Going once. Going twice? Sold. Veronica, thank you. You did a book. Make nice little dishes to put something in, you know. They sit flat. Get this over here on the Veronica pile. Yeah, Veronica be watching the PayPal. I've got all the books that you bought last Tuesday. Filled up a box, a fairly big box. So I'll be sending that invoice out. I'll make that as soon as we're done here, so I need to move stuff out. And you buy a lot of stuff, so I gotta move things. Can't have them laying around. Oh. Somewhere I've got a whole bunch of these, but these, believe it or not, do really well on eBay. So I'm gonna find them all, throw them out there on eBay. Just weird things. What people are into at the time. Okay, vintage, not really ephemera, but I have these church fans, and they are meant for church. Hey, if your air conditioning goes out, or you don't have any installed currently, the fan, this has Mahalia Jackson on it. You can look her up. I have, they are religious in nature. This says thoughtlessness. These are all vintage. These are all 60s, 70s. And they still work. 1, 2, 3. On the back it says, to render the highest type of service to humanity is in its hour of greatest need. That is our calling. To render that service so completely that every detail, however so small, is promptly taken care of so thoughtfully that the burden of sorrow is made lighter. That is ever our goal. Harry W. Moore, Peace Chapel in Indianapolis. Thought. Wow, I got a lot of these. And I've got one that have the Kennedys and MLK on it. And Pollard Funeral Home, ambulance service at all times. Atlanta, Georgia, the back. So yeah, lithographed. Let's see. I am going to I've sold several of these in the past because I bought like 100 of these things. I'm just kind of sick of them, honestly. All these thoughtless ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's 10 in total. I know their value, but I'm not going to charge that here. I'm not doing that here on YouTube. So I do 20 bucks for the whole lot. That's $2 a piece. Better than air conditioning. If there's just some that you want some of, talk to me. Yeah, I do $2 a piece on them. Yeah, you know this one. I've sold this one before on eBay for 10, 12 bucks. So what is the size on those fans? They're about that big. Let's see. Okay, so the square-ish ones are 7 by 8. 7 by 8 for this. Probably close to that on this one. Really? Got another offer on my cards. Probably another low ball. Thoughtlessness. These are nice and sturdy. Ooh, yeah, these are nice. The thoughtlessness ones are the rulers upside down. 9 1/4 inches tall, just the fan itself, not the stick. 7 inches wide with the stick. If that's important, you're looking at 14 inches tall. Okay. And the gospel lady. I actually looked her up once because I didn't know who she was. But like I said, I've had these for a while. And the person that lithographed them right here, that's worth noting if you sell them. So, yep. All right, ladies. $2 a piece. I got one left of the thoughtfulness, and then these, if you want them. I'll take one of the thoughtless. Okay, you got it. I just see sitting on the rocking chair out drinking peach tea. I do declare I can't help myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I'm gonna have those for a little while. I honestly don't want to sell them. They're a pain in the nerds, but I might wind up doing it. I don't know. I'm not in a hurry to list those. So if you want more in the future, just ask. And Angie, if I said, as I said, I've got a bunch of these. They're all World War One. People in trenches, Canadian people going to the front, French guys in trenches, British people with their annexed lorries on there, all kinds of things. If you're wanting them, let me know. Uh, I'll offer you a price. I know you said you get yours at $1 a piece. I pay a little bit more than that at auction. So especially for the World War One stuff. Stuff is not cheap. Last thing before I go, this is a. I wanted to promote this book. This book will be offered up. This is 1911, corrected to May 6, 1918. So just before the war. This is the special edition infantry drill regulations from the United States Army, and it's how to be a good soldier, how to do things. Here's their bolt action rifles they were using at the time, how to take them, how to turn on a moving point. I know how to do that. I know how to do a lot of this. The front cover is there's a bend in it. It's not a crease, but it did get damaged. As you can see, I can make that way, and that kind of sucks. That killed the value for me putting it up online. So I'm going to offer it here this Tuesday. I got tons and tons of books again. I've gone through every one of them. Advancing the Attack. Here's pictures of your gear that you should have in 1918. How a battalion acts, how a group of soldiers act, how to all kinds of soldiering things in here. It's a really neat book. And there's War Department stuff in the back. Here's a bunch of bugle calls, all the stuff in it. Different ones. There's actual regulations for the band, and that's listed in here. Establishing an outpost, how to set up camp or bivouac properly, how to withdraw properly from an action, an engagement, all kinds of things in here on how to be a good soldier, how to do it right, how the Army wants you to do it. Original stuff 1911, updated to 1918, because at that time we were kind of on the fence about going to war. So that's it. This is a really cool book, and this will be up for sale this Tuesday, along with another milk crate full of books. I come across one from 1858, I think, is one of my older ones in there, but lots of them from the 1800s and early 1900s. And yeah, I want to see everybody there that likes those kind of things, and we'll go from there. Anyway, thanks for joining me. It's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure with you guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please. And if you know anybody else that's interested in the vintage and antique stuff, which is honestly cheaper than you're going to get it on eBay or Etsy or any of those online platforms, I'm reasonable. Trust me. People complain that I sell my stuff too low, but I'm okay with it. This is okay, right? So yeah, that's it. Ladies, thanks for joining me. Everybody, hope to see you Tuesday. Enjoy your day. Thanks for hanging. Bye.